Hello, and welcome to my predictions video for WWE Royal Rumble 2025. Only 4 matches on the show because, of course, the 2 Royal Rumble matches usually go for around about an hour each. So a smaller match card supporting the Rumble matches. But still, an intriguing show nonetheless. So let's just jump right into the predictions, shall we? Starting with the WWE Tag Team Championship match. 2 out of 3 falls. DIY defend against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, I don't really know who I expect to win this match. I can see interesting stories coming out of this no matter which team wins. However, the one thing that I do think, and it's not like a guaranteed science or anything, but the go home maths, the Motor City Machine Guns beat DIY in the 8-man tag on SmackDown last night. So just for that reason alone, I'm going to go with DIY to win. I am curious what happens to the Motor City Machine Guns if they're not directly in the tag team title picture. But yeah, I feel like DIY retain here, but honestly, I'm kind of 51-49 on this one, so who knows. Next match, I'm a little bit more confident with. Cody Rhodes defends the undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens in a ladder match. This should be a lot of fun, for sure, but I don't think many people are in much doubt that Cody Rhodes is going to retain. Feels almost a certainty that Cody Rhodes defends that championship at WrestleMania, holding it for an entire calendar year. Whether he loses at WrestleMania is something for us to decide nearer the time, whether we think that'll happen, depending on particularly who wins the Royal Rumble and whether or not they challenge Cody Rhodes. But yeah, I think I would love Kevin Owens to win this match, but I don't expect him to. I'll be pleasantly surprised if he does, but this one, I'm a good 80 to 90% confident on Cody Rhodes. Like, there's always a chance, but it's such a slim chance. In fact, I'm probably a bit over 90%. You know, it's really, really more likely to be Cody Rhodes at this point. But stranger things have happened. Okay, now comes the tricky part. The Royal Rumble matches, and WWE have done a really good job, in my opinion, of building up these matches to have multiple potential winners on both sides. And let me just scroll down to the declared entrance. So we're going to start with the Women's Royal Rumble match. So, potential winners in the Women's Royal Rumble match. I could see Nia Jax winning it. I could see Bayley winning back-to-back. I could see Charlotte Flair winning it because, lol, Charlotte wins. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill coming back and winning it is a potential. Becky Lynch coming back and winning it, definitely a potential. Liv Morgan finally winning one, I think is probably the least likely of the names I've listed here. Io Sky, there's unfinished business between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. So Io Sky was actually my pick maybe a week or 2 ago, but I don't think she is anymore, because she's barely been featured, which, okay, it'd be good for like a surprise win, but usually it's one of like the featured stars going into the Rumble that wins it, and in terms of as an actual Royal Rumble participant, she's barely been featured. So yeah, I think she's a bit less likely nowadays. For me, I'm going to go with Nia Jax. I'm going to go with Nia Jackson prompting the full heel to the full face turn of Tiffany Stratton, going into the Royal Rumble title defense against Nia. I think Nia will not go after Rhea Ripley, and maybe through Elimination Chamber or some such, that's how we get Io Sky versus Rhea, because they definitely teased that match, and that's definitely a match that people want to see. So yeah, I'd be all for seeing that at WrestleMania. It could also just be the title match at Elimination Chamber, to be honest. But yeah, I think Nia wins it and goes after Tiffany Stratton and tries to get her title back, kind of thing. I'm not confident at all, and I honestly don't think that's really the best pick here, although They obviously see a lot in Nia Jackson, push her pretty hard, pretty consistently since she came back. So, yeah, Nia Jax, why not? Now, for the Men's Royal Rumble, oh boy, we've got John Cena, we've got CM Punk, we've got Roman Reigns, we've got Seth freaking Rollins, we've got Drew McIntyre, we've had the interesting little thing with Sami Zayn that's going on recently, but I don't think it's going to be Sami Zayn. There's the possibility of The Rock inserting himself as entry number 31 that people have discussed, which I don't think is beyond the realms of possibility and could be actually really quite fun. Yeah, I think any of those could potentially win. There's even been rumblings of Logan Paul picking up the win, because he's rumored to take on Gunther at WrestleMania. I think the most likely scenario is that someone wins and goes after Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and then Logan Paul finds his way to Gunther a different way. I think that's quite likely, personally. However, who's going to win this Royal Rumble? It's the easy pick is John Cena, but personally, I think it would be a much more impactful final year story if Cena didn't win the Rumble and doesn't get a title shot at WrestleMania and has to grind and gets his title shot at, say, SummerSlam. I think is a much more interesting story arc for Cena. But that doesn't, just because I think it's more interesting doesn't mean they won't do the easy route, which is, you know, they could, to be honest, they could give him the title shot. He goes on and loses at WrestleMania and then has to come back from that. That's another possibility. CM Punk versus Cody is very intriguing. However, I do feel like that promo building that potential match was more of a long-term future tease than necessarily that's coming up at this WrestleMania. I don't think they'll do Cody Roman 3 times in a row. I think CM Punk and Roman are likely to clash at WrestleMania, so that probably takes both of them out of contention. You know, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with John Cena. I'm going to go with Cena with a little nod to the fact that I also think The Rock could genuinely win this through shenanigans. But yeah, my official pick's probably going to be John Cena. I can see everyone else kind of getting tied up with each other. John Cena's kind of in the clear to go on and face Cody at WrestleMania. But if that does happen, I would advocate for Cody to actually beat Cena at Mania and Cena to have to overcome some adversity, which Cody knows a lot about, to actually win his 17th title, if he indeed actually does win it. But yeah, they're my picks. So my picks are DIY, Cody, Nia Jax, and John Cena. But I'm not confident in any of them except picking Cody as the winner of the WWE title match. So let me know your predictions in the comment section down below and why you've made your picks, because I'd be curious to hear why you see this differently than I do. You know, like what your reasoning is. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll be uploading my review of this show tomorrow. So, you know, do make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.